so now we got KINGofOsmane versus MCJim. Let's see what this one is. Should be pretty fun. Okay, so KINGofOsmane is the French, and MCJim is the Bretons, the British commandment. Okay, so British versus French. Always a fun matchup to see. It really depends on who plays a little bit better, I think, in this one, but it's gonna basically be Manor Boom versus you know, French, whether they go Fast Fortress, they stick it out in Age 2. Yeah, I think if French try to stick it out in Age 2 and they're dealing with the Brits eventually, as long as they micro appropriately, can pound them out using their gradually growing army. Because the thing is, as you know with the Brits, every manor house that they build, a slightly more expensive house, they get a free villager. So if they get all 20 of those houses done, you're talking about 20 extra villagers on the field for the Brits. And for them, going double, even triple barracks musket starts to become a reality even in Age 2. Yeah, very dangerous. Also, France can opt to go Age 3 and try to beat them out with skirms, falconets. But the thing is, Brits get enough safety guards like access to the governor, politician, to actually grab the gold they need to get a barracks up very quickly and then pressure with muskets. So it's not like the Brits are just sitting there in the background doing Manor Boom and have no way to put the opponent in check. They actually can. And it's all thanks to governor, politician giving them that gold, as well as a tower that you can put in your forward base with the barracks. So your forward base actually becomes a bit more imposing as the Brits, you know, because they have a ranged attack in that base other than your units. So yeah, kind of interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it really is. Alright, so KINGofOsmane's gonna go Core Master. MCJim is gonna go Governor once he gets enough food. Yeah, so he's going up with 17 vills, which I think is pretty standard for the Brits. Yeah, they usually train about 15 of their own vills, train and ship 15 of their own vills, and then they gain 2 from the manor houses. So he's going up Governor, right? Governor. France is already going Core Master, so he's going to get his wood. Land Age 4. So we might see Age 4. That's at least what the deck is implying here, maybe. Big time. So, yeah, this will be pretty solid. You know, I think if he can go for a fast industrial somehow, that could be a potential solution against British. Who knows, though? Yeah. So what basically the France is doing is he's got his market up, so he's already getting his hunting dogs ready, his placer mines, his steel traps. That's basically what the French build order entails. Basically, get a trading post, then get a market between Age 1 and 2, so your CBD economy is really good. Because here's the thing. CBDs, as you know, have a better gather rate than an average villager. So, when you research hunting dogs, placer mines, all those techs, the astronomical effect of the market text is actually going to be larger than a standard bill. So hunting dogs is better than 10%. All the R1s feel better than 10%. It feels a lot stronger than when you're dealing with settlers. That's why he's already getting steel traps. He's going to be shipping in also 4 CBDs. So going with the villagers before he gets the gold. Very good. British getting their outposts. They're going to keep it defensive near their hunt, right? And is he building? No, he just has it under his thumb. I was wondering what he was doing there, if he was going to go for a native or not, basically. Yeah. Yeah, the France is actually going to apply some pressure with the musketeer barracks there, so I think France is going to play it safe. Yeah, it looks like he is. He's going wood and not gold. So he's going to start out with musket push. And he might go towards H3 a bit later. Yeah. I think it's pretty good that he's starting musket just because, you know, the Brits are going to do that. And it's better you have at least your army of muskets ready to go to handle him. Yeah. Now, what I think is a bad thing is the British is actually starting with pikemen. Why is he starting with pikemen? Does he have a reason for pikemen here? Does he assume he's going to idle and he's going to just siege him out with pikemen or something? Yeah, no, he's going to be in for a rude awakening because the France is coming in with muskets, and the muskets will beat the pikemen so badly. It's like now the British is a bit behind, but at the same time, it looks like he's going pike and shot, so he's going to start with the batch of pikemen, then he's going to train longbowmen, then he's going to ship longbowmen, so he's going to have sort of a longbow pikeman combination. When you do pikeman longbow combination, you have a very powerful archer in the longbowman, backed up by a nice stack of pikes to siege mainly, to siege the structures. Pikemen in the matchup are mostly for sieging, and then the longbowman is like the range support, to fight the infantry, fight the villagers, even fight cavalry when in substantial numbers. Because as you know, longbowmen have rate of fire, good rate of fire, so they can shoot rather quickly. Because really, when you think about a longbowman over the course of 3 seconds, it's actually doing 32 damage and not 16. So it's actually like an Imperial skirmisher over the course of the same time that a skirmisher shoots. It's actually on par with an Imperial skirmisher in terms of damage. It's kind of insane when you think about it. That's what makes archers so scary. It's because that 1.5 rate of fire allows it to do double damage over the course of gunpowder infantry's sort of shooting phase. You know, it's quite spoopy in that sense. And obviously also because it's shooting faster, it's more likely to get in extra damage before it falls as well. Because it's just hitting time after time after time with its arrow. Yeah. Like the longbowmen are gonna plow in forward there, seems like, yep. Alright, so pikemen in the front there, a couple longbows. He's got another batch of pikemen, so he might be getting ready to rush this guy's base. But unfortunately for him, the France has deployed double barracks muskets, so he's got a defense. If the pikes go in too prematurely, the muskets will just shred them. He has to be very careful and tread lightly. Falconets coming out now. Falconets with musket. Reasonable defense. I think longbow pike will have to retreat from that. Oh, interesting. He's taken out a periphery house with the pikemen to do some damage, which it looks like he will be able to do. Housing his opponent effectively. That's a pretty nice way to get some work done, since you know your opponent is at age ahead and could be a serious danger. Right, so Falconet's out with a big stack of muskets, quite solid. Very nice. Veteran musket, and then 3 cuirassiers coming in. Quite good. Oh boy, takes out a Vil. Essentially in this setup, Musketeer is the backbone unit, so the thing that basically protects the artillery from the hand attacks of the pikes. And then the Cuirassier Falconet combo is what you use against the longbow. So 3 Cuirassiers, you can run those right in, I think. At least when these Falconets roll in enough, and then you should be able to press them deep. Yeah. He's also getting an 8 Skirm too, so he's going to have a bit more good range support for the army as well. So Falconets are starting to bombard the archers, because the archers are again a bit panicky and desperate at this point to protect the PC. Muskets in the north will handle the pikes quite well. Pikemen in the south will force the Cuirassiers to cycle around and attack from this angle on the archers. Yeah. Alright, can he finish this pike off good? Alright, now he's just going to charge the archers. Maybe get like 1 or 2 more splashes in. He's getting a good number of them in, actually, so he's getting some work done there, yeah. But unfortunately, the archer's sword attack finishes him off. But these are veteran muskets now, so they're hitting a bit harder and can, you know, deal with the archers somewhat there. Right? While Falconets just focus on the town center attack. I think that town center, at least for now, should be dealable, yeah. But the Brit is also aging up, mind you, so he might add his own trick up his sleeve to get Falconet, 5 Hussar, 10 Longbow. I want to age so badly XD. Yeah, I think he did want to age up so badly to meet him with equal number of Falcons. Yeah, that seems to me what he was trying to do, but I think it was way too late for that. But at the same time, he couldn't find H2 anymore either because of the Falcons. Because the Skirm's on the way, because of the KSS. He was in a really bad situation there. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we're going to another one now. Look through all this stuff. Very good.